Hello. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Delusional Daydreams podcast. I am currently riding the struggle bus. I have been riding it for a few days now. Yesterday was literally the hardest day. Yesterday was the hardest day for me to get through. And what's crazy is like today is only the 5th day of me knowing what's going on with my ex and him being with someone else so quickly and realizing that, you know, I've been lied to, I've been deceived, manipulated. It just hurts. It just fucking hurts. Yesterday was the hardest day ever. I worked a double yesterday, and I shit you not, I thought that I was going to have to leave work in the middle of my shift. Because the entire shift, I was just counting my breaths. It's like in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. And just having to focus on breathing, and my eyeballs were getting so dry because I had them open so wide, and I just kept doing these huge blinks, trying to suck in the tears that just wanted to come out all day long. And it's just so hard because I feel like I've been going in waves of, hi bud. I feel like I've been going in waves of like acceptance, and it is what it is, and this is all happening for a bigger purpose, and this really is wiping the slate clean for a fresh new beginning, mixed with the nostalgia of everything and missing him and missing the good things. And like yesterday before my shift, I had this huge urge to reach out to him, and not like in a confrontational way, and really not even in a way of me expressing that I knew anything at all. I wanted to just talk to him so badly. And it took all of the strength within me to withhold reaching out to him. And then withholding that, and then going into work and just pushing through. Like, I had to keep telling myself, literally in my mind, I am transmuting this energy. I am transmuting this energy that I would have put into texting him and waiting for a response and not getting anything back, or it not being what I want, right? It being the reality of what the situation is, which is just going to bring me into a further spiral in the moment. Like, I am taking that energy and putting it to fuel me just doing laps at my job, bussing tables. Anytime I had to seat a guest, just putting on an extra smile and faking it even more. And realizing that instead of putting this energy into him and trying to reach out to him, by putting it into myself and my work and making money, which is ultimately fueling the fire of my vision and my purpose of getting out on my own in the first place, to regain my independence, specifically financially, and now coming to terms with that also being emotionally, physically, becoming my own support system through and fucking through. If you can't tell, I'm in the living room right now, my parents' house. My parents are out of town this weekend. And that just kind of makes me think, like, I really have been going through all this on my own. I don't have any support system emotionally right now. I don't have any friends. I do have specifically like one coworker who she probably doesn't even know. She most definitely doesn't know the depth of just how much talking to her a little bit at work about my situation has truly helped. Because when I say I have no friends, I have no friends right now. And I'm not really able to talk to this with my family because my family, they're not feelers of emotions. And anytime something comes up where I have to feel something, it'd be like talking to a brick wall, and that's not getting me anywhere. So I've really had to like go through this on my own, other than a couple conversations at work with a coworker. And it's just been a lot to process because, and I think the hardest thing, it's like, I've come to this true acceptance and understanding and clarity of like really everything that's not only going on right now and why he's maneuvering the way he's maneuvering, and also seeing a lot of the flags from our whole relationship that made us so rocky. But it's bringing back a lot of nostalgia of when I went to Mexico. So after our second miscarriage, I really started questioning everything in my life, the trajectory of the path that I was on, what I wanted, who I wanted my future with, who was I, what do I want, who am I, what am I good at? Like, I felt so isolated for so long, and it was just like one thing after another that just kept happening. That was just like, I need to be set free, and I need to be put in a completely new environment to regain confidence in me being a human being and being capable of navigating this world. And for me, that was going to Mexico. And I went to Mexico for 2 months, and it was the most eye-opening, epic experience of my life. But while I was there, I made a friend. And this friend that I made really highlighted all the things in a masculine that were missing in my ex's and I's relationship. As far as someone who was just like very confident in navigating the world and would be able to plan things, and I basically got to turn off my brain anytime we would go out on an excursion because he could speak Spanish. He could navigate. He would do the planning, and he was basically just like, all right, okay, let's go have some fun. And it was like, yes, like I don't have to be the one initiating all the time. I don't have to be the one planning. I have someone showing up and surprising me and doing things for me in that way, which was so epic. Even though it highlighted a lot of things that I was craving out of my ex's and I's relationship, it also highlighted all of the ways that my ex and I really were meant to be. Because nobody's perfect, right? Like, I can't expect perfection out of anybody because perfection is a fucking illusion, and having expectations about anybody is not fair to them or to me because that's not reality. But I was really highlighted with all the things that just made us so compatible, and all the ways that he truly did lift me up and bring me out of my shell and bring me into this person that I am today. He was so compassionate, so understanding. He would listen, and I felt heard. He was someone that I could talk to on like a very deep level. And I feel like, pardon me, I'm just like a mess right now. But I've noticed it is really hard to find people to connect with on a really deep level, have really deep conversations with, and just like open up perspectives with. And to me, that's like one of the most essential things in a relationship. If I can get down and dirty and deep with you on a mental level, on an emotional level, that to me is everything. And we had that. And he inspires me in so many ways, or he did, especially in the transition of this breakup, me being back at my parents, pushing through, especially within my workspace, showing up every day, especially on the days that I didn't want to show up and work because I just kept thinking about him. I was like, if Luke were in my position, he would go to work today. He would push through. He would kick ass. He would win Stabogorski it. Make that money. Do what you need to do. Push through the pain. And all the days I didn't want to show up for myself, I just kept thinking about him. And he's the one that got me through to where I'm at today. And having the confidence of my work ethic and what I'm capable of. And he truly showed me what it's like to be cared for on such a genuine, unconditional level that I've never been cared for before. And there's just so many things I want to list out, but I don't want to get too sappy on the good things because then that just makes me more sad, because that's a chapter of my life that I'm coming to the realization that is meant to close. And it just hurts. Because obviously it's so easy to it's so much easier to close a door to the past, to a past chapter of life, to a past person, by inviting new things in and by experiencing new things, whether that be a new job opportunity, a new environment, a new person. It's so much easier to close the doors to the past when you have a new person to distract yourself and put that energy into and transmute that energy into. And for me, I don't have that. Nor do I want it. To be honest with you, I don't want it. I told myself that 2024 was the year that I was going to be single, celibate, and sober. And I am standing by that. I can't go from a relationship that I truly thought was my forever and just was everything to me. I can't go from that to just jumping into a new relationship. Like, I can't do that. I can't do that. It hurts. I need to feel confident in myself, because if I jumped into a relationship right now, all I'm doing is bringing all of my baggage with me, all of my unhealed baggage, trauma, things that I'm trying to build within myself. And I am truly trying to use this chapter as an opportunity to be my own support system through and motherfucking through. Become myself, my whole self, through and through, wholeheartedly. Realizing that at the end of the day, I know I can show up for myself. I can be there for myself, and I can do the things for myself that I need to do in order to push past anything thrown my way. And I don't need to search for that in my external stimuli. I can do that from within. And I'm using this time to get back on my feet. I can't be searching for a savior all the time, because the truest savior I need is me. I need to save myself, not only emotionally right now, but also physically. Be able to take care of myself through and through financially. Take care of me and this fur baby right here. Know that we are in a good spot because I have the means to take care of us. I am capable of doing the things it takes to take care of us. And I don't need to rely on anybody but myself. Because if someone's going to come into my life, I don't want them to be filling in the gaps of the things I need saving from. When someone comes into my life, I want them to be an addition to the wholeness that is myself. And I want to be an addition to the wholeness that they are. So instead of filling in each other's gaps, we are two wholes coming together that just lift each other up to a whole new dimension, a whole new reality, a whole new level. Because there's no gaps to fill. We are enhancing each other's life. But I'm not ready for that. Because like I said, I've got a lot of gaps to fill within myself right now. And this is all working out. It like for my betterment in a way that I can't 100% see yet, but I can't. I can see it because I feel so strong. I mean, I think about myself even just 3 months ago, when I was in so much pain from the idea of losing him. What did I do? I got on my phone and I reached out. Instead of putting that energy back into myself, I reached out to him because I didn't want to let go. I didn't want to lose him. And in a way, that's pretty selfish of me, right? Because we're on separate paths right now. And I need to accept that. And for me to reach out in any way, shape, or form right now, that's doing nothing but creating more conflict. And I think it's better for me to know what's going on and him not know that I know. He has no idea that I know. I'm going to use that to my advantage and not do anything, manipulative or weird like that. But I'm going to take this knowledge and the emotion that's coming with it and catapult myself. Show up for myself. Not reach out to him, not put my energy into him and wishing that I could just death grip onto him. But it's time for me to learn how to let go. And all that energy that I would put into him by reaching out to him, by waiting for him to reply, by just having all this energy going his way. It's like, how can I maneuver that and transmute that into myself? And I work another double today, so I will definitely be transmuting that into my work ethic, making money, further gaining my independence, my financial independence, making progress. But yeah, I just This is hard. And it's crazy because yesterday I was like trying to edit some of my previous podcast episodes because I'm like ready. In my mind, I'm like, okay, I have all these episodes recorded and basically edited. I just have the final touches that I need to do to like download them on my computer, you know, get the covers, get the description, the title names. But I have all these episodes ready to go basically. And I was trying to work on some final touches of a couple episodes yesterday morning before work. And I was having technical difficulties. Like things weren't downloading properly. There were so many glitches. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is there resistance to this? Why is there resistance to me wanting to get these finalized, get these uploaded, get my story out into the world? And I got this message that was like, maybe it's because you're moving too quickly towards the results. You're looking at the results right now, because if I'm too focused on, I need to get this posted for the world to see so I can get the views, so this story can catapult, so that I can get the momentum towards my freedom and living the life that I truly feel called to live. If I'm only thinking about that, that's not going to get me anywhere. I have to remember that the universe rewards patience and persistence. And by moving too quickly, by only working on getting the final details of previous episodes that are already done, I could be missing out on some really juicy details. And at first I was like, well, what juicy details? Like, do I need to go back and edit some more? Like, what am I missing out on? And yesterday when I was transmuting all this energy, all I wanted to do was sit down. Like when I got off work, I just wanted to come home and podcast it out. And I was like, maybe this is the juiciness that I need to focus on right now, is the juiciness in the journey, the juiciness in transmuting all of this, sharing every bit of this roller coaster of moving this energy through. Because not all of it is when I'm up here and I'm realizing and accepting, you know, the perspective and opening my mind. Sometimes the process of transmuting this energy and shifting perspectives is feeling down here, is feeling the pain, facing it head on, having no other choice but to face it and have to just move through it, feel it, not turn to the cigarettes, not turn to the marijuana, not turn to calling out of work, staying in bed and sulking and just wasting away, but facing it, feeling it, using it, and documenting the whole journey. Documenting the whole fucking journey. Because I'm definitely not perfect. This journey isn't perfect. This story isn't perfect. But I am showing up for myself. And I am here to capture all the details. And having patience that I will know when to make the move in putting this out. Right? Like this story doesn't need to be put out in real time that I'm experiencing it. Maybe that's not what this is about, right? Maybe right now it's about finding the therapeutic process in the creation of this project. And through moving through my intuition, resting when I feel called to rest. Like I wanted to come home last night after work and get my podcast stuff out and do an episode. But after a full day of working and transmuting that dense energy and just feeling everything, I was fucking exhausted. And even though my ego was like, I want to get this done now, when I got home, I was so tired. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to lay in bed and cuddle with my dog and fall asleep and just sleep for a long time. I got like 9 hours of sleep last night. It felt so good. But now I'm here this morning with a fresh mind, able to talk about it. Because I think about, too, like all my past relationships, when they ended, how painful they were. Definitely nothing like this, but they were painful. And I could never see the light at the end of the tunnel. I was like, there's no way it's going to get better. But when I was in my relationship with Luke, I would look back on my past relationships and be like, damn, thank God. Thank God none of those worked out. Because holy shit, look at my life now, right? And I know that, someday I'm going to look at this pain and be like, thank fucking God. Because look at who I'm becoming. Look at who I'm becoming. Having the power to choose myself. God, are those urges strong, though, to reach out and put that energy into him? But day by day, moment by moment, choosing myself and learning to choose myself. And every moment that I choose myself, I just gain more and more confidence and trust in myself because I'm following through with the things I say I'm going to do. Which is pushing through to my goals that I set for myself this year. I feel so much better talking about it out loud. To be honest, I don't know that I'll ever stop missing him. And the ways that he expanded me, the things he taught me, the things we experienced together. But I do know that everything that's happening is divinely a part of the plan. And it's all meant to happen the way it's meant to happen. So, accepting and embracing all of it. Pain is a superpower if you let it. Pain can either break you or it can make you. Choice is up to you, though. And I'm finally at the point in my life where I'm choosing for it to make me. Step by step. Step by step. Okay, folks, I think that's all I have for today. I think that's all I have for today. Actually, it is all I have for today. I have to go up and start the getting ready process for my doble at work today. Transmute this dense energy into making money to set me and Bando free. Day by day, huh, bud? Day by day. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in and listening to me. Let it all out. Let it all out. Cry, laugh, sing. All the things. I hope you have a great rest of your day, week, month, and year. Eternal lifetime of experiences. Until next time, Ari Lou signing out. Peace punch, Captain Crunches. Bye.